What's up, y'all? So I'm just out here getting blinded by the sun right now. But yeah, just had a nice little holdover striped bass session. This is something I like to do early on in the season, and more of like the back bass for schoolie holdover striped bass. And it's a really fun light tackle bite. You know, I use 1/8 ounce jig heads and little paddle tails. Yeah, just something really fun to do, as the season gets, going here. Water temperature is pretty cold, it's 42 degrees. But I got on a pretty good bite this morning. I'm excited to show you this footage. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. I think this is going to be a pretty good morning of fishing. I'm marking a lot of bait and striper too, and very, very big marks. I just got bumped. And I'm seeing them starting to swirl on the surface. There's one right there. Oh, there's two right here in front of me. Getting bumped. I think it's going to be a good morning. Not a great tide either. There's another swirl. There's another swirl. I'm going to kind of work my way backwards. I think I know where they're going to stage up. Oop, there's another bump. But this tide's only going to swing for maybe an hour. I think we got to fish this morning. And then they're probably going to shut down. I'm going to try and get this in. Probably gonna work some lighter jigs today. Just kind of trolling to the area I want to start out at. But I was definitely marking fish behind me, so I'm gonna work my way backwards today. Might be running into bunker. There's a swirl. There's a bunch of swirls. Oh my gosh. Dude, I am sitting on top of a lot of fish right now. I'm going to cast straight ahead. I think these are all herring. Oh my gosh. There's so many fish over here. Oh my gosh. What the freak, dude. Oh my. Alright. It is game time. I'm going to back up. I'm about to run into the area I wanted to start at. I'm going to cast at them. I don't want to spook them out. But they are freaking here, man. I'm going to go to a much smaller, more finesse presentation here. They are right under me right now. So many fish under me right now. So many fish under me right now. Oh my Lord. Definitely need to work more of a finesse presentation here though. Oh my gosh, there are so many under me right now. There's a fish. First fish. Sick. Feels pretty decent too. But I started with the 3/4 ounce. I went to 1/8 ounce. Because this is more of a finesse situation here. But this feels like a bass. Definitely feels like a bass. Feels like a pretty decent one too. There he is. There he is. I love this light tackle fishing. It's so much fun. What's up, buddy? First river fish here. Game on. Game on. Alright, let's do this. Let's freaking do this. There's so many over here right now. Wow. like thousands of bass. This is sick. I wonder if I could get one on the next cast. Probably could. They are just stacked up on this little hill. Right under me right now. A guy, I was on the way out here, and he was like, that looks like too much work. You should just fish from shore. Well, I mean, there we go. Fish on. You can't get to this area from shore, buddy. But that's a lot of anglers. A lot of anglers have very strong opinions. You gotta just always trust your gut. These are pretty small. I was marking some big ones. That was, 20-inch fish. I was marking some big ones on the way over here, so I might go back to where I was. But I'm just going to try and catch a couple fish just to gain some confidence. And then go back over there. I'm sitting on a little hill right now that drops from 3 to 15 feet. They're kind of sitting right on the edge of this hill. This is definitely a herring bite, because second I had like the bunker imitation, they were just bumping it and not taking it. There's a fish. But second I switched up to the herring profile, it's like immediate hookup. These are definitely schoolies, but that's fine. Better to catch fish than not fish, It's really fun on this light rod. But I was marking some big ones on my way out here. This fish is decent. Yeah, he just woke up. Pull me around. Decent fish. Yeah, that's a pretty nice one. Just woke up. Dude, there are so many fish under me right now. This is a great sign. It's the first day I've tried this. Well, second day. First day was more of like a scout. Dang, this is a nice one. Pulling me around. Wow, this is a very, very nice fish. Hey, buddy. That's what I'm talking about. Look at this fish. That is what I'm talking about, man. Game freaking on. Look at that holdover. That is a freaking nice fish, man. Heck yeah. I'm going to give you a dunk. He is wide awake still. Let's try and get another one. I don't think this bite is going to last very long. Try this backed off technique. They're definitely in this one little cove that I've got marked out. And I think I was sitting too much on top of them a second ago. Tempted to try casting the other direction at them, but I don't think that they're going to hit it. I think this is definitely the right technique. I might need to do more of a swing at them. But they're definitely going to start chewing once that sun comes up. And it's going to be a short little window. Fish on. This is a nice one. Really nice one. This is a nice one. Wow, he is just right up at the surface. Oh my. I knew that was gonna happen. He didn't know he was hooked. Wow. Nah, just a very active schoolie. Nice fish. Sick. Let's see if we can get another one there. Right here. Just gonna keep kind of drifting over the magic spot. I've got them marked out at fish on. They're up ahead on this hill right now. Just waiting for bait to come by. They're not quite active yet, but in like 20 minutes, they're really gonna start going. But we already got one really nice fish on. These are kind of smaller schoolies. It's still really fun. That guy was pretty nice. Yeah, they are definitely here. They're sitting in this one little corner. So stacked up. It's definitely a finesse bite. Fish on. 1/8 ounce jig head. Finesse situation here. But I can tell they're just starting to wake up now. This one feels pretty decent. When they start moving my kayak around, that's when I know they're pretty decent. Yeah, that's a nice one. Wow. Pulling me next to the school. Not as nice as that other one I got, but still a nice fish. What's up, buddy? Don't worry, I ain't gonna take you out of the water too long. I'm just gonna just get a quick photo for YouTube. Nice fish. Just a quick YouTube photo. Yeah, they're definitely stacked up on this one little bank. I'm gonna start to run out of real estate here in a second, but yeah, these fish are here. I'm just gonna take a quick leak. I gotta be careful standing up. There's ice all over my kayak. But yeah, when I need to take a leak, I just kneel down and go right here into my see, I got ice all over the place right now. Ice and snow everywhere. That's how you can tell it's pretty early in the season. I don't know when I'm gonna put this video out. Probably not anytime soon, just to keep my location safe, but yeah, this is how I take a pee. Anytime, if you're gonna do this, be really careful. The water's 42 degrees right now. If your dry suit zipper is, I need to be careful. There's so much ice on the kayak. But if your dry suit zipper is ever feeling too tight, oh yeah, don't go do this fishing if you don't have a dry suit on. This is like a deadly situation right now. But if your dry suit is too tight, I just put menhaden oil on it. It works so well. So your zippers don't get all messed up, you know? Seems like the big school made a little move here. So I'm gonna make a little move too. I think I know where they are. Make a little move here. The big school, I think, just moved out. I'll not mark him anymore. It's probably my pee. Probably spooked him with my pee. Yeah, no sense in doing this if you don't have the right gear. I think that my dry suit was like, oh, there we go. There's a swirl. Just started marking the herring again. My dry suit was like $800. That's not cheap. You gotta definitely be serious about fishing. I think that think I need to be casting from a certain direction. This direction is not going to work. I need to swirl around here. But just out of curiosity, there's definitely a lot of herring over here right now. But I don't think they're going to take the jig from this direction. Fish on. I was wrong. They will take the jig from this direction. I definitely think that the more light tackle approach to this type of fishing is where it's at. They're not really going to hit the heavy stuff. And a lot of these fish are small, you know. These are all holdovers. This guy's a little holdover. But the big fish, they always want the jig in a certain direction. Oh, I think I just found the big school of fish again. Few people fishing from the bank over there. Yeah, I just found them again. They're right underneath me. Tempted to just drop my jig down there. They're sitting at about 10 feet. This guy's fishing from the bank over there. I'm going to give him some space. Kind of schooled up. Fish on. Oh, fish off. See if I can get him and hit it again. The bass usually are face towards the current, so whatever direction that is. So whether you're going to do a sweeping jigging motion at them, you always want to kind of get your jig to be floating down the current like you're a wounded bait fish. Oh, there is a nice bite. Fish on. Fish on. It's a great bite this morning, man. It's not a good tide either. What's up, buddy? Striped bass. Sick. Nice. He's a little beat up. Starting to run out of tide here. Might be getting to the end of this video. Yeah, cormorants are starting to move out too. Fish on. Fish. I switched to a really heavy profile just to try and figure out what direction that they wanted it. And I think what my issue was I was casting in the wrong direction. The tide just started to flip. And so I think what I need to do is kind of back up on these fish and cast the other way. And also I switched to a much bigger profile to see if I could get a decent one. They're still kind of small, but switched to just purple. Purple and a much heavier jig head because the tide is starting to move now. But I think that might have been the trick. So I'm marking them more on the bottom right now. So I think I just need to let my jig drop to the bottom instead of working more of the top water column like I was earlier. Fish on. Man, I'm really creeping my jig here. It's how you can kind of tell the fish are turned off. And you really have to creep the jig. This feels decent though. Definitely one of the bigger ones. I'm on my heavier setup too. Woo! Hello. You did not know you were hooked, did you? It's a nice one. Nice striped bass. Really having to creep my jig though at them. Mega creep going on here. But the tide just flipped, so they might get turned on, but I'm also running out of time here. I'm having to kind of like really creep at them, which means they're kind of turned off. Yeah, see, I'm getting them on the slow troll, but like, to me, that kind of means the fish are a little turned off. Maybe they'll turn on a second here, but I'm starting to run out of time. And there's just something about trolling for schoolie striped bass that is just really weird to me. It's like, I mean, you might get a big one, but like, I don't know. I'm not trying to troll for schoolie striped bass. That's just a little weird. So I might just call this video here. I'd rather just spend time with my family, honestly. But it was nice to get one on this pink and white one. That was cool. But they're just such small fish. I don't want to just throw a bunch of holes in them. Slow trolling on my kayak. It's just weird, man. I don't know. It's not very sporty. I'm gonna try like one more area, but I think I'm done. I don't really want to slow troll for schoolie striped bass. It's just not cool. Hang on a sec. Ready? One sec. 2, 3. 1 sec.
Thank you. That's good.
Sure.
Yeah.
Hi, Winston. So fluffy. Is it still a puppy? Yeah. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little session. You know, nothing too crazy. I got on one really nice fish this morning. But that's kind of how it goes, you know, in these back bays. It's a lot of small fish, you know, in that 20 to 28. Occasionally you get a slot holdover. Occasionally you get a big holdover, you know, in that 40-inch class, but it's pretty rare. This is more of like a goofing around thing that I like to do. And, you know, it's slow otherwise with the migratory bass. They're kind of doing their spawning thing up in the Hudson, or getting ready to do it. They're in motion to doing that right now, but yeah, you know, cold water temperatures, but still fun, you know, get out and bend the rod. It's fun to use super light tackle sometimes. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the session. And if you liked it, please, you know, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you like watching this type of content. The striped bass season is just getting going, you know. Water temperature is 42 degrees. I find that pre-spawn ideal water temperature to be more like 55. And once it hits that, you know, that water temperature, you can really get on some big fish. But it's getting going. You know, I've been scouting around for 2023 for a couple months now, just looking for where I think the bait's going to be, and I really felt like it's going to be, you know, an excellent year. And just, you know, the past few weeks of me doing the holdover fishing, I've felt like it's been a great bite so far. So, and I'm hearing from other people that they're getting on really big fish right now, and sort of, you know, the areas where the migratory fish are starting to move through. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.